Don't be a narc. We'll light up your spark. It's nerd
It's
shit.
time for nerd shit in the dark. Love that song.
Yeah.
Love
Let me tell you something. What we're about to do
Mhm.
today proves that we're fucking professionals, man. You've never had to be a fucking pro at this job until this day. Where we're like, new topic. You have less than 24 hours. Let's rock it.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. I'm usually a little more prepared than this.
You gotta be a pro
But,
sometimes.
But that's the podcast, man. We talk to each other. It's too. I knew we could do it because I was like, all we got to do is talk for like an hour and a half.
We should have to do what we're doing anyway. We honk.
Right. So
It helps we like each other. It makes life a lot easier.
It does. It certainly does. It would suck to do this job if I didn't like the person, this job, this hobby, if I didn't like the people I recorded with. Like if I just got people I fucking hated. Welcome back to Nerd Shit in the Dark, everybody. Oh.
Run it back.
Run it back. What's the good news?
3. Nope. Start it. That's my bad.
Are you going to tell me the good news, though, when we start?
I just got a link cable today, and I got a Steelix, and it did consume the metal coat. You were right.
I had a feeling. I was like, this just seems odd to me. Yeah.
So I got a Steelix, but all right.
That's good, though.
Kickstart it. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Nerd Shit in the Dark, the shittiest podcast on the internet, and we are your hosts, Chase the Chaz Skripek, and...
Listen, I'm Jake, and it doesn't matter because this guy's voice is so tremendous. I mean, what a radio voice. Why do we even bother having video when his voice sounds like this? Goodness gracious. Did you hear that?
Well, if you just listen to it on Spotify, that's all you get.
Oh, my goodness. Now, were you like a radio jockey in college at some point? That was unbelievable what you just did there. That was silk.
I did morning announcements when I was a senior in high school.
Wow, you got the people going, didn't you? You got the people going.
I was such a big fan of the morning announcements when I was a freshman, and I was
Were
like,
you really?
one day I'm gonna.
That's kind of fun.
I was. I mean, there's silly things, but I just, you know me, man. When I was in high school, I wanted to be an actor, so like my goal was to be on television.
You got the face for it.
Oh, well, thank you. Let's hope the YouTube channel can get us people watching. You know who else has a good voice for this? You do.
Definitely not. I have a very annoying voice. My nose has been broken like 4 times.
You're sick right now. But what I'm saying is you have your voice generates the energy that you bring. Once upon a time, Jake was like, he did the podcast with us. It's a deleted episode, but he hated it. He hated it about himself. Now he's raring to go.
Sometimes you got to get comfortable in your settings. That's fair, right?
Yeah.
I'm a rather loud person, generally speaking. So, okay, important announcements. Let's go over a quick announcement. So it turns out we have learned that on YouTube, for whatever godforsaken reason, it's not like Google has $6 trillion to make this a possible function, but you can't see your subscriber list. So, if you'll remember, we made the announcement that at 100 subscribers, we were going to do a book giveaway. At 250 subscribers, we're going to do a book giveaway. Well, turns out that it's not that simple. You also will have to comment on a video. So once we hit 100 subscribers, next video, we'll do a little announcement. If you comment on it, then we'll do a randomization and pick somebody to give away some books to. Again,
it makes it easier. We can't see who our subscribers are.
Unbelievable that technology has escaped Google for some reason. So
weird concept, but
just letting the people know.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good that they know. We still got a ways to go, but when we get there,
I'm just anticipating.
We need a way to pull people's.
Listen, the algorithm's going to catch us, and any day we'll be rocking and ready to go.
I'm praying for it. You know what? I'm telling you, man. I really have a lot of hope for when I finish editing this Rebel Yum episode to like bring kind of a show to the channel.
Give the people a quick taste of what that's going to be all about.
So me and Sam, I brought it up in the past on the show, but it always ebbs and flows on whether, like, I'm always like, we're going to do it. Oh, we won't do it. So we finally did it. And it's a cooking show that we're doing for the show where we cook nerd themed meals. And we went with Dungeons and Dragons, and Sam, who also has a great voice, he actually did work at a radio station. He did it with me, and we had a hell of a good time. And I rewatched the unedited footage yesterday, just of what we like filmed. I got some audio work to do, but what we have on film, I was laughing my ass off rewatching it over because there's so much stuff that like Miranda's the cameraman, so she'll just go and start filming like stuff that I'm not even doing, some stuff that I'm not involved with, and like there's just parts of the day that I missed entirely, but rewatching it was really fun. So I think I'm gonna put a lot of work this next month and try to get the first episode out by November.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And hopefully make it a monthly thing, depending on how much trouble I have with editing. If it really, puts a hole in my day to be working on that, but we'll see.
Cool. You ever think about how skilled you've become at editing from doing this?
I have so much more to go, but yeah, dude. I mean, if you just go on to Spotify and listen to our episodes,
I've been listening.
You
to them
can see me slowly.
Absolutely, the quality is very different. Even from my first episode that was released on here to now, it's very different.
Dude, yeah. I mean, at one point in time, we had one mic that I thought was like how we would do it, was just set a mic in the middle of the room and record.
And I'm still using a crappy microphone as it is, so.
But at least we have individual microphones,
audio sources.
Yeah, and then it was like me trying to figure out the echo, and I've come a long way, but I still have a long way to go. And now video, like episode. It's one thing to do the video for this podcast. It's just us sitting and looking at each other. I just have to adjust the light and make sure the lips flaps match. But a video where I have like ideas and thoughts and like how to make it a fun thing to watch, that could be troublesome. But I made my New Year's resolution last year that I was going to start this fucking show and get it out there. And I swear to God, I will have it done before 2026 starts. Yeah. Hopefully by November, but we'll see.
Listen. Any day now, the algorithm's going to catch us, and we won't forget our first fans. Cameron Scott 7304. We won't forget you when we make it big.
We will not. No way. How could we? I don't. He'll
be a part
of it. He'll
still
be there. He'll be a part of it. Yeah,
for the first ShitterCon, he'll be the guest of honor for sure.
It's funny. Swag just sent me some guy. It's a voice actor that's going to be at ZenkaiCon in March. The anime convention I bought you the obelisk thing at, and I just keep thinking in my head like, man, I wish we could get like a booth at ZenkaiCon.
Like rock. I told you, honorary guest, the first one, Cameron 7. I will fly Cameron Scott 7304 out to wherever, if there's ever a booth, I will fly him out.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much we appreciate our fans. All right, dude, let's get into it. With those announcements out of the way, I don't think there's too much left. I want to welcome everybody to the spooky season of Nerd Shit in the Dark. All October, I'm planning on putting out just Halloween-esque themed episodes. We will be talking about Pokemon at the end of the month, but we'll figure a way.
We're talking about Pokemon Halloween today too. We're just gonna be talking.
We talk about Pokemon. I guess what I mean is we're gonna be talking about the new Pokemon.
Oh, can't wait!
That whole episode might just.
We need the people to know that we're Jones and we're excited.
We are pretty excited.
We're going to play the hell out of it to bring a great review.
You know what's really
100% positive, and I'm sure I'll be somewhere in the middle.
I hope you. I really hope people need. You like it. Yeah,
I'll be critical.
You can't just have. Yeah, I'm mostly positive about.
That's right.
But I feel like when I am negative, it's very negative. But you know what? I'm really excited about Legends ZA that I just found out. Like it just dawned on me. So the first weekend it comes out, we're having Sam and Kieran here that Saturday because we're gonna do like a pumpkin carving thing at the Dented Keg. Because like we did a thing at their place the other day, so then we were like, you guys should come to our place. But it's that weekend, it's that Saturday, so all of us will be like at my apartment playing Pokemon together. Like,
yeah, that rocks.
I don't know, just something I haven't done in a long time is like get a group together for a release and just play.
Yeah. Tori's out of town that weekend, so I am just going to be by myself on my couch rotting into it playing, so.
Why don't you come here?
That's not
something
a bad
to
idea.
Think about. We'll talk about it, but why don't you come here?
Speaking of which, let's talk about what I've been up to.
Let's talk about what you've been up to,
Okay,
Jake.
First off, I got this fucking Game Boy S. I'm trying to swear less. I got this Game Boy SP. Check out. Let me get the camera. With the Rayquaza on the front. You see the Rayquaza? Bada bing, bada boom. Little Rayquaza right there. Look how clean. You see him right there?
Oh, dude, I didn't see the little one when you first showed it to me. I don't think I saw it.
Man.
If you look into your Game Boy screen, you can see us
That's
in
right.
it.
Wow,
we're on the Game Boy Advance.
This thing right here is clean. I love it. It's got a fresh
That is pretty
hinge.
clean for how old it is.
This thing.
You got a Rayquaza to look at while you do it.
Okay, now I've been playing this game right here. Do you know how expensive this damn game is? Pokemon Crystal. You know how expensive this game is now?
Did you buy it?
Well, I don't just have it sitting around anymore, bud. I've had to
two,
make ends meet
over here.
I've had to make ends meet.
I wish you would have told me. How much did you pay for that?
Well, you can do the Googling yourself on the cost of these bad boys these days. But listen, I had to make ends meet sometimes, so I had to buy Pokemon Crystal right here. Ooh, man, is that beautiful?
Tell me things.
Look how beautiful that is. Why do you have two of them?
I have my own, and then somehow along life I acquired a second. So I've just always had
buddy,
two
just sell it and
around.
make yourself some money. My goodness, they're expensive. Anyway, so listen, this game, I love this game. Okay, Gen 2. That one, I brought this up. I think it holds more of a special place in my heart in terms of playing the game than Gen 1, just because of my age, right? I've talked about this. I got Gen 1 when I was like 5. And then Gen 2 when I was like 6 or 7. And it just, my brain was just a little bit more developed. I have very specific memories of playing the game. Now, I have played, well, we'll just get into this quickly. I played 8 hours of the game. I loved every second of it. And I accidentally, the console, like, this is my second Game Boy SP I've bought this month because the first one just randomly shut off while I was saving my file and it erased my saved game. And it hurt my feelings so bad that I was willing to spend a bunch of money to get a second SP because I was like, I just can't have this happen again. So all in all, I'm like, with both save, I have 12 hours on this new one or 14 hours somewhere there. So I'm like 20 plus hours in. And I love it. That's more time than I've put into any game other than Clair Obscura in 10 years. And like, what?
No, I mean, that's just funny. That's like, it's Clair Obscura and Pokemon.
I mean, Clair Obscura is the best game I've ever played. It's like my favorite game ever.
You do love it.
I love it so much. Okay, listen, I love this game. We all in nostalgia love this game. Yeah. How many more times do I have to say that before my criticisms begin? Because I love this game. I love it. I love it.
It's good. Yeah, it is.
Have I hit the point where I can start my criticisms?
They're
not nice. They're not nice.
We will continue to emphasize that this is a game that we love.
What up? Okay. I love it. He
says what up.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a great game. Okay. Very fun. And it's scratching a part of my brain that is making me very happy. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some problems of this game. This generation of Pokemon, objectively,
Jake Rants.
Objectively, if we're just being honest, not because we loved it as children. Like, if you would have asked me 3 months ago, I might have told you this was my favorite generation of Pokemon. If we're objectively looking at it, it's just not that good, man. It's just not. It's just not, okay? And there's like tons of proof of this throughout the game. And the easiest one for me is that it is almost hard to use. So I'm playing the game and I notice very quickly that I'm using like all Gen 1 Pokemon other than my starter. Okay? And I'm at an age where I can sit and evaluate why that's happening. And the reason it's happening is because there aren't even that many Gen 2 Pokemon to get at this point. Like, I think
they only added 100.
And if you look, I bet you like 95% of people use the same, like 4 or 5 of the same Pokemon throughout this whole game. Like, everybody's using Ampharos, their starter, Red Gyarados. And it's just like, part of this issue is that the stats of these Pokemon that they've added are just horrible. They are all obnoxiously slow and very weak. And like Ariados, this is my example, is like a very cool Pokemon to me. I think it's really cool looking, interesting, unique. And its stats are just godforsaken. And they've kind of done this to numerous of the Pokemon where they've made them almost unusable. And this isn't just me saying this. If you need any proof, the developers of the game said it themselves by not having any of the gym leaders and the Elite Four members using Gen 2 Pokemon. Okay? I don't have the exact numbers. I've looked it up and I did the math on my calculator last night in the middle of the night. It's like somewhere between 10 and 13% of the gym leaders and E-Formons are Gen 2 Pokemon. Dude, that's ridiculous. That's crazy. You're just fighting Gen 1 Pokemon again, like the same as you were in the first game. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what are we doing? So the first Faulkner, he has Pidgey and Pidgeotto. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bugsy, second gen. Metapod, Beedrill's second one, Kakuna, and Scyther. Okay, first off, why
Those are the gym leaders?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot this.
First off, why in God's name? Now, mind you, I'm trying not to swear as much, so there's other words I'd like to use. Why in God's name? Metapod and Kakuna for a gym leader, and then a Scyther. Come on, man. And then Whitney is your first Gen 2 Pokemon from a gym leader in Miltank, which, by the way, is an excellent challenge, right? Okay?
Yep.
Morty. I gotta pull this up, because so Morty is where I'm at, so I don't have the rest of the list, but I want to read them all to you. So Morty has...
Mortimer.
Has Haunter, and Gengar. What? What are we doing? And why? Because he's a ghost gym leader, and they added one ghost Pokemon in this generation. What? And it's Mischievous. What are you doing? What is happening?
Why wouldn't they at least give him a Mischievous?
Okay. Chuck.
At least.
Chuck, the next one. Primeape, Poliwrath. Okay. Then
God, at least they're two evolved Pokemon.
Jasmine, who is the next? So now you're talking, what, the sixth gym leader? Jasmine, Magnemite, and Steelix. This is again a time, like, why does Morty have two Haunters? Why does Jasmine have two Magnemites? What are you doing? This doesn't make any sense.
There's enough Pokemon that there shouldn't
There's
be
plenty of
doubles.
Listen, Price, Seal, Dugong, Piloswine. Okay, so now we're 7 gym leaders in, and we have 1, 2, 3. In 7 gym leaders, you have 3 Gen 2 Pokemon. Come on, man. And then Claire has King...
Steelix. Steelix is a Gen 2 Pokemon.
That's 3. That's what I said. So we have Piloswine, Steelix, and Miltank. And then
is that it?
Claire, listen to this team. This is your 8th gym leader. Claire, Dragonair. Wait for it. What do you think the second one is?
It's Dragonair.
What do you think the third one is?
Dragonite.
No, Dragonair again. And then
3 Dragonites.
And
3 Dragonairs.
And then Kingdra. So in 8 gym leaders, you get 4 Gen 2 Pokemon. Why? Because they suck. Because they're not good. They can't even present a challenge by having Gen 2 Pokemon. That's bananas to me, man. And by the way, of those Gen 2 Pokemon, Kingdra is just an evolution of a Gen 1. Steelix is an evolution of a Gen 1. So you have 2 actual unique Gen 2 Pokemon. That is ridiculous, man. What are we doing?
I mean, when you think about, there's probably 10 Pokemon in that 100 that they added that are either a baby form of a Gen 1 Pokemon or an evolved form of a Gen 1 Pokemon. It is
awful, man. And then, like, okay, even, let's just skip to Lance. Lance's team in this game. Gyarados, Dragonite, Aerodactyl, Charizard.
Yeah, too many Dragonites.
But again, it's all... man.
Yeah, not a single Gen 2 Pokemon.
Come on, man. Like,
I mean, you and I talked, not about this exactly, but a little about your thoughts earlier. And I think you made a good point, is that they were probably rushed.
Extreme rush job.
To making more Pokemon.
Extreme rush job.
Now they expect... to have, they know they're making more, they know that it's never going to end. But after Blue and Red and Green came out, I mean, they probably were like, let's hope this even sells at all. And then Nintendo was like, we need more.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
and it's okay. It's just like, but just like these fights are just ridiculous. Like, okay, one of the boss fights in Goldenrod, it's a a Rocket member. Coughing, wheezing. That's his team. Come on, guys. And even like,
yeah, it's just kind of boring at that point.
It's all boring, and all of the rocket stuff in this game is not good like it was in Gen 1. I don't know, man. What a mess, though. That, like, it just doesn't make any sense to me, these team compositions. It's just like, what are we doing? Okay.
Yeah. I will, you know what? I wasn't really sure what you were going to talk to me about when it came to disliking this game.
That's bad.
But that is bad. That's
really bad. It's really bad.
Yeah. It's just not creative. It's just not like, even if their stats do suck, I mean, couldn't you just tweak the gym leader's Pokemon stats to make, like, use your new Pokemon?
So this is,
or don't use so many doubles.
So
Pidgey,
great. Let's
get
into another point here to that same thing about adjusting. So another thing that's god awful like truly awful in this game is the levels. So once you have beaten the 3rd gym, if you want to add a new party member, it will take you hours and hours of grinding, because the wild Pokemon in this game do not get over, like, normally you go, okay, after this gym, now the wild Pokemon have jumped up a level, like there's like level increases after each gym. In this, it's like 1 or 2 levels, to the point where like the strongest wild Pokemon are getting is like 20 to 25. So if you need something, if you're trying to grind something up, it's like it's ridiculous. And now, mind you, this is coming from the guy who just said in a recent episode that grinding is good, but not in this way where the levels are just ridiculous. Like, they're just ridiculous. Or like, dude, Price, the 7th gym leader. Do you want to hear the levels on this guy? You know what I mean? It's 27, 29, and 31. Like,
the 7th gym leader?
But it's because they made it in a way where you could kind of do Chuck, Jasmine, or Price in any order you really wanted to. But because they did that, they just all been nerfed down, right? Yeah. Instead of making them scale in a certain way, they're all nerfed down. And it's just like, dude, it is like genuinely just bad. Like, it's bad. Like, this level thing is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So that's point number 2 on bad. Point number 3. Okay. They decide in this game, listen, we're going to make a new evolution system, and it's friendship. Okay, I think that idea is decent. Okay, here's the problem. So in this game, if we're looking at like viable new mons, there's very few. And for me, it's like, I love Crobat, and of course everybody loves Espeon and Umbreon, okay? And those are some of the friendship mons. Do you know how ridiculously hard it is to up friendship in these games? I might have already gone over this with you. It is
You have, but for the shitters.
Absurd. I mean, it's absurd. I went deep dive into the friendship system, and it's like impossible to raise friendship in this game. In later generations, they had a Soothe Bell, they had all these systems to raise the friendship. But man, they start at 70 friendship, and they have to get to 220 friendship. And to do this, you get, like, every time they level up, you get between 1 and 3 friendship points. If you beat a gym leader with them, you get like an extra point here or there. Or you can go get haircuts to get a couple points. But dude, you're not talking about needing to raise them 30 or 40 or 50 points. You have to raise them 150 points. It's bananas. It just doesn't make any sense. It's just, and they have themselves agree doesn't make any sense, because then they make items in the future to make this simpler. Right? So, like, I've got to run around with a goddamn Golbat and Eevee forever. Do you know how hard it is to level up an Eevee in battle? It's useless. It's useless. Okay, next thing. And this will be my last one, and I'll quit, because I love this game. I'm having quite a bit of fun with it. Actually, let me go back to that. let me go back on like the friendship problem. Another problem, Hitmontop, a Pokemon I like. Do you know how you get Hitmontop? Do you know how to actually get a Hitmontop? Okay, so Hitmon, so if you have a Tyrogue, okay, and it has a high attack stat, higher attack than defense, it makes a Hitmonlee. Higher defense than attack, it makes a Hitmonchan. Do you know how you get Hitmontop? It has to be the same. The attack and defense. What are we doing? And also, while we're at it, why doesn't Chuck, the fighting gym leader, have a Hitmontop? I don't know. Anyway, the next problem. So, they add a couple cool mons.
Makes sense that he should be balanced, though, because the top stays up when it's balanced.
It makes sense, but
it sucks.
And that's cute, except then that the game sucks. It's cute. And you can't get any Pokemon in this game. So, let's talk about cool Pokemon they did make in this generation.
Yeah.
Ursaring, cool Pokemon. Houndoom, excellent Pokemon.
Yes.
Okay. Skarmory, excellent Pokemon. Ask me when you can obtain those mons.
I'm assuming somewhere rather late in the game.
Yeah.
Past where you're even at.
Some of them after the Elite Four. I don't remember exactly, but always after the 8th gym. So, you want a Houndoom? Well, you can catch it at level 7 after the 8th gym and grind it for 10 hours. And that'd be fine. Because then the counter argument to that would be like, well, they have pseudo legendaries, and that's always the way it goes with those. That's fine if it's one mon, not all the mons, not all the good mons. It's like, hey, you can get these when you're done with the game and ready to use them.
And you know, like I think Houndoom and Houndour are great, but like they're not worth that. Like I don't see them.
The only thing that's worth that is pseudo legendaries. The only thing that's worth that is pseudo legendaries. Okay, let's get to a next one. Like. And it makes me mad because as a kid, I was so frustrated I couldn't get any of these mons. And it's like, well, now I see why. Do you know how hard it is to get a Heracross? A Heracross.
I remember it being one of trouble. I can't remember exactly.
Mons they made in this game. Oh,
yeah.
Hold on, let me write down another point to complain about.
I think people have sucked this game's dick enough that I think we're good to just rip on. I love this.
Okay.
This is great.
Heracross. Dude, if you look up how to actually get a Heracross, it is insane. There's a whole system online where you plug in your trainer ID and it'll tell you, it's like, you can't just go to an area where there should be a Heracross and start headbutting trees. Oh, no, my friend. There's like a whole system in the game of like very specific trees that can contain the Heracross based off of your trainer ID.
Holy
Listen, dude, that's cute. Now that I'm 31 years old, I'm an attorney, and I have the power of Google. How in God's name, at 7 years old, was I supposed to find this? Are you serious?
7 years old, no internet.
No guide. I couldn't afford the guide, which, by the way, the guide wouldn't have been able to tell you either because you have to plug in your trainer ID. This is so, like, fundamentally fucking stupid. It is moronic. Let's go to another one that doesn't make any sense. I've almost named all of the cool Pokemon of this generation. I've almost named them all. Ones that I find to be cool. Steelix and Scizor. Okay. Incredible Mons. Okay. Incredible.
Cool.
What do I need to get them? I need to get a Metal Coat. Again, as a kid, when you're 7 years old, there's no Google. How in God's name would you know that? Oh, you want to use, again, two really cool mons? Guess when you get the Metal Coat? They give it to you after you beat the Elite Four. What are we talking about? Are you serious? Why? Mm-hmm. These are two of your coolest mons. And they're like,
but Jake, how else? How else can you get it?
The other way you can get it, if you're 31 years old and have the power of Google, is there's Magnemites, and there's a 5% chance that Magnemites might hold the Metal Coat. Okay, how do I get the Metal Coat off them? They're like, well, just go get the Thief TM. Right around the time you get the 7th badge. Or spend all the money that you have, which, by the way, in this game, you have no money. It gives you no money, and buy Pokeballs and go catch Magnemites. Right? And I got very lucky after 5 hours and got a Metal Coat. But that's, again, all I keep thinking back to is when I was 7 and I couldn't get these Mons. It's like, yeah, sorry, I didn't know at 7 years old that I gotta get the metal coat off a random Magnemite. What are we talking about? They made very few good Pokemon, and then they just made them inaccessible. It's like dumbfounding how bad this is. Okay, don't worry, I've got more points on why this is garbage. The learn sets of these Mons are so awful. Dude, Heracross, badass Pokemon. Like, so cool. I love Heracross. Big fan. Let's just Google it really quick. Heracross Learn Set Gen 2. Because Heracross... Okay, now here's another problem I have with this game, is that the Elite Four is too weak, level-wise. Okay, so, Champion Lance, level 50. Doubt. Champion Lance, level 50. Okay, so the Elite Four fights go 42, 44, 46, 47, 50. Okay. Heracross...
Sounds right.
...is a bug fighting type. A bug fighting type. Heracross, the two fighting moves it learns are counter and reversal, which aren't, like, reliable fighting moves, in my opinion, right? Like, just give me a low kick. Give me some kind of just, like, basic fighting move. By the way, reversal, the better of those two, level 44. Okay, so he gets counter at 27, reversal at 44. What types are Heracross again? Fighting and what? Bug? He gets Mega Horn as his only bug move at level 54. 54. Oh, so, if you're trying to play the game, in my opinion, correctly, and not out-level your competition, you literally don't have a bug move learned by Heracross by the time you beat the Elite Four.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Or, same thing, I bitched to you about this, like, Cyndaquil.
The good thing, though... I just remembered something, though.
I'm gonna shit on this.
The good thing about Silver and Gold, and I think was something new to them, too, that they were trying to figure out, is there's a whole nother half of the game that you can play after the Elite Four. When you go to Kanto and do the whole Kanto, and then the Elite Four there, and they're like in the 70s, I think. So maybe they were just trying to scale the game to like that second half. And then you fight Red on the mountain.
Well, what's crazy is the level system goes up to 100. So it kind of feels like they scaled it pretty fucking terribly. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, 100 was tough to get to back then.
Make it happen. Beat the game. Come on, dude. Of course it's tough to get to because the Mons aren't strong enough in the wild. I agree, though. I love that you get to go back to Kanto. That's so awesome. This game rocks. I love this game. I'm just pointing out to you all the reasons it's actually terrible. Okay, so, but this goes on and on and on. Everyone's learn set is awful. You just look it up, and your Pokemon just have no moves. It, like, doesn't make any sense to me, because the moves existed. They just don't have moves. Okay, let's complain about another thing.
It's like they want you to waste money on TMs.
But even
as if, like, they got money from you buying
Dude,
it,
you
like
have no money in this game. It is so bananas. Okay. What was my next complaint? So today, or like the other day, I'm playing with Quilava, and I'm just having this moment of like, and this just goes back to them being rushed, of course, but just like, God, I'm pointing all this out again as somebody who just loves these games, and if somebody tried to tell me they actually suck, I'd be like, come on, man, it's pretty fun. But, like,
yeah, remember, Jake is having a good time. You haven't said
I've played the ever-living... I'm going to play the shit out of it. I'm going to beat it, and I'm going to love every second of it. The first time I beat Red is, like, monumentous to me. Okay, and I'll beat him again. I'll beat his ass.
I just want you to know, too, I'm just sitting here shuffling yellow and blue version in my hand.
That's so sexy.
No idea
just
why.
Flex.
The whole time we've been talking, I've just been doing this.
Let me get this. So I'm playing with Quilava, and I'm like, man... This feels like oddly similar to using like Charmander and Charmeleon. Like it's like the speed feels this. Where are the stats of this guy? So I look up the stats of Quilava, and then I look up the stats of Charmeleon, and they're the same. And not like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, but all 5 stats of Charmeleon are the same as Quilava. That's weird. huh. So then I look
What
up
are the odds?
Charmander and Cyndaquil, and the stats are the same. And then I look up Charizard and Typhlosion, and they're the same. They all have the exact same base stats. What? Guys, listen, I understand being rushed. I have procrastinated too in my life. Just literally +5, -5 on each one, and I wouldn't bitch as much. They're the exact same. Are we serious here? Come on, man. Who did this? Come on. Who did this? Who did this? Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. I love the game.
Maybe Game Freak's always been this way, and
I love the game.
Gen
3 is incredible. Gen 3 is an incredible game, but just like,
yeah,
I just can't understand some of these decisions. And like, I'm looking through the Pokedex right now, and God, this generation is just ass.
This is a good generation for like hindsight being like everything about something, because I mean, to a kid coming off of the only other Pokemon games you've ever played are Red and Blue, you just don't notice this. But now that we're here and you're saying all that, I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah.
If that happened today, people would lose their minds.
Yeah. I love the game.
But they added so much shit.
But the problems are like bad. The problems are bad, you know? Like, I've got to walk around. I don't know. And it's just like, and again, I'm trying to just use Gen 2 Pokemon, and it's literally hard. That's not good. That I'm actually struggling to use Gen 2 Pokemon.
Yeah.
Or that I had to catch Magnemites and use literally all of my dollars so that I could use Steelix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I love the game very much, but objectively, and I think the discourse around this about people that like really play these games is probably on my side, but I just didn't quite realize it because I hadn't played one of these in so long. Because I had played Heart Gold, Soul Silver probably a decade ago and loved every second of it, but that game ain't this game here, you know?
No.
Very different. Love it. I love it so much, but my God, did they just really slap this shit together? And it's very evident. You know, for somebody who really likes stuff, I'm very mean, but it's a great game, but like, come on. The gyms thing has really got you twisted up, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah. Like, I feel like once you said it, a lot of those I was like, yeah. He's like, I didn't really think about it. I remember it. I'm like, yeah, like Lance's 3 Dragonites. I was like, yes, I remember this. And
you
now
can't
I'm
just
like,
have slight diversity
what the
somewhere.
fuck is that
like,
about?
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah. You added 100 Pokemon and you can't do anything with them?
They can't do anything with them because they're bad. Like, that's the truth, is that they can't do anything with them because the stats of them are terrible.
Now, remind me this, because maybe this has something to do with it. I don't really know. But were proteins and all that shit added in that generation?
They are in this game, yeah.
I think that's when they were added, so maybe that was like their way of being like,
do you know how absurdly expensive they are in this game?
Oh, yeah.
Absurdly expensive.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Like, they're 9,800 for one of them. Just so that what? So you can use Apom? I'm good, dude. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what are we talking about? No, I'm okay. Thank you, though. But thank God we got Pichu, Cleffa, and Igglybuff. Just what we all needed. Like, what are we doing? I don't know. Oh, wait, do you need Smoochum, Elekid, and Magby? No. But then, see, Gen 4 comes along, and they're like, actually, we're just gonna add extra evolutions to these, and they'll be fucking sick. Right? Like, like they're great. Magnezone is, I love Magnezone. Excellent Mon.
Yeah.
Magmortar, excellent Mon. I like them. I just can't believe what they were doing in this generation. And just like, there are mistakes throughout this game, and like, whatever. I love it. I'm going to play it, and I'm so happy playing it. I can't stop playing it. It's ruining a lot of everything else that I do. I love it so much that I lost 8 hours of work, which for me is a lot. And I was like, firing it back up the same night. Same night.
Yeah, so, you did not let that take you down for as long.
No, I love playing it.
Yeah.
But God, is it horrible.
Yeah. I restarted it on I bought it on the 3DS store a few years back and restarted playing it on that a little bit, but I didn't get super far.
Yeah, and God, does Crystal look good compared to Gold and Silver. Just looks good.
The moving sprites. Yeah.
Just looks good.
I remember Yeah, just love
I
the
never
shit out
had
of that
Crystal
game the
growing
summer it
up.
came out.
So,
oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember having this like slip from Walmart because you could pre-order at Walmart back then, so you were guaranteed a copy. And I just carried this fucking slip around with me for months before it came out, and then on
That
release day I went and
rocks.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the game, but and like the amount of like solo mods that have no evolutions that just suck. Like they're not good to use. It's just I don't know. But God, do I love the starters in this generation. Oh, I love them so much. So
Yeah.
there's a positive.
Yeah.
Excellent
Well, that's the
starters.
thing. A lot of their designs, like, just as prominent in my mind and life as those first 150. Like,
yeah, the designs are excellent in terms of like visual appeal.
Yes.
Yeah, because the designs now are godforsakenly awful.
Designs aren't too bad.
They're really bad, and they just
There's
don't
some
use
silly ones here.
They don't
and there.
use lines anymore. Everything looks like a bad anime girl. So yeah, this is my Pokemon rant. That's apparently what I'm doing this month.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah,
That's
that
cool.
was a long one.
I'm
but
sorry.
we
Where are
probably
we at?
all learned a little bit of something here today.
Yeah,
I know I did.
I wish I could chill out about anything ever.
And sometimes when people present me with like issues they have with something, I will, you know me, I'll try to argue back if I have something. I got nothing. Other than that thing I said about like another half of the game. That's just an excuse more than it is a.
But it is good. I do love that they did that.
Dude, the fact that they never have done it again is ridiculous. But
they did, like Fire Red, but I don't know that really counts.
No, not counting that.
No, and but it gave so much more to the game, you know. So I don't know. It was great, and like adding Red at the end, like having this ultra boss whose levels are in the mid 80s, like that is awesome.
It
to
is
work
very
towards.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's talk about something else. I think I burst a blood vessel on my forehead.
Yeah, we can be more positive. I want to before we get onto our Halloween topic. Like I said, I had some stuff just banked to talk about, and I figured I'd bring one up because I kind of it sort of fits the Halloween, the spooky season type of thing. So this comes with, you know me, man, always a little story. So we're gonna get a little story. First, we're gonna get a point, then it's gonna bleed into a story. Okay. My point is, I've talked about before where I think that an animation company director who they hire to work on anime, a specific anime project, can really make or break a series. Like how something is animated, especially with like shonen manga, can really, if they put a lot of work into something, you love it. If they don't put a lot of work into something, you're like, yeah, well, at least the story's good. For instance, like Demon Slayer. It's a good story. It's nothing you haven't seen before. But why do I love it? Because they just know, like, the direction, the person directing how they're forming that anime is a 10 out of 10 mind. You know, like just, and there's anime, lots of anime are doing that. Demon Slayer is just one of my examples. I mean, Dandadan's a clear example. Attack on Titan. When you just get a company that like knows how to do their work, it can just really amplify a series. And I love that. But as I said, sometimes you get hit with a situation where the anime just never quite catches. Or even, I think a series in general just isn't getting the chance it deserves. And by just dumb luck. And what I'm bringing up today is a manga that is near and dear to my heart. It debatably could be considered the first manga that I ever started reading or collecting, thinking about it as a manga. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't see as a Japanese anime. I saw it as a Saturday morning cartoon. Shaman King is the series that I'm here to talk about tonight. It's one of my all-time favorites. And it has been done dirty, if you ask me, anime-wise, twice. During its run in Shonen Jump, it, for some reason, the author had to like end the series early, and then came back 3 or 4 years later to finally finish it. So like even as it was going, it never really had a great perfect run. Then it has a lot of like spin-off series, but there are 2 specific sequel series that have been in magazines that have been canceled. So thus the story had to get canceled and picked up again. And it just happened again. So now they're making a 3rd sequel series to this show because it had to be put into another new magazine. It's just, it has never had luck and it has never been done right. But I love it so much, dude. Let me take you back. I am in 5th grade and I am presented with my first issue of Shonen Jump that I've ever come into contact with.
Okay.
And I'm happy. I'm looking at, like, my friend just brought this magazine. He bought it buy low, slapped it on my desk. And, you know, it's got Yu Yu Hakusho. It's got Yusuke on the front. Like, I know him. You know, it's got Dragon Ball Z comic in there. You know, Dragon Ball Z. I mean, it's got a couple of, I can't remember what else was in there back then, but it was a couple things that I was like, oh yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh was in it. So like, I was like, oh yeah, these are things that I'm already into. And I scrolled to this just random chapter. I think every issue had like 3 or 4 chapters of whatever series a month. And I hit the Shaman King one and it just hit me, man. Like the art, the story, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. It's in the middle of the first arc of the series, and I was just like, I don't even care. This is awesome. Like it was just like an entire fight between these 2 main characters that was in this, and it was bloody. You know what I mean? I'm 5th grade. I'm like, oh fuck, like it's all graphic. Toonami wasn't showing Dragon Ball Z. Like there was some blood, but it wasn't like this, man. Like it was so cool. And I just fell in love with it. And I mean, I think the first volume of Shaman King was the first manga volume I ever bought. I love this series. I love it so goddamn much. And luckily a few years back, Kodansha ended up like buying the rights and they released the entire collection in big volumes of the entire first series. And I bought them over the course of like 3 or 4 years as they were coming out. Love it. Let me tell you what it's about now. So Shaman King is a series that follows the main protagonist. His name is Yo Asakura, and he is training to fight in the shaman fight to become the Shaman King. Because once every 500 years, a new soul needs to, or a new person needs to like join with the Great Spirit to become essentially God and like guide the world, sort of thing. But they do this every 500 years. They hold this competition so that all the shamans on the earth have to meet up and do battle to win this contest. It's basically the premise of the entire first series, and that takes you on a 300 chapter journey from getting from point A to point B, and you meet a lot of great characters, and you learn so much. It's such a dense series of like, because all the shamans, they're all shamans, but like everybody's based around like different geographical, cultural differences in like religion and viewpoints and yada yada yada. And it's an late 90s, early 2000s series, so like it doesn't go super deep in all that, but the fact that it's touching on it at all is really unique. So everybody's power sets and like how they bond with their spirits are very different. What shamans essentially can do in this series, I don't think I really got into that, is like they bond with a spirit, a ghost. Ooh, Halloween time, ghosts. This is my connection. And utilize their abilities in battle. And the series starts with like Yo would just put spirits into his body and they would like control him, and he would like, he bonds with a samurai and he does samurai shit. And Mitamaru ends up being like his main ghost companion. But like as the series continues, they like form oversouls, which like turn your fucking hand into a giant sword for Yo's situation, or like somebody has like a giant spear, like all these very different types of abilities meeting in one series and just seeing like the different ways battle could be done, because like and I feel like back then it was even more, you see it now in things more often, but like back then it was like Dragon Ball Z, just people fucking punching each other, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yu Yu Hakusho, everybody has, you know, basically there's powers, but there's not such a like a wide variety of them. And I just feel like this series really does that just from the beginning, and just continues to get better and better and better. And the protagonist, is just so unique. He's right here. You can't really see him. He's my toy. I got a
I
little
see a
chibi.
cat
It's
season.
it's a chibi toy that I got. I think it's pretty cool, but like, dude's chill as fuck. There's a reason why he's so chill as fuck, but like, he even wears like a pot plant leaf on his shirt. He's just like, hey, whatever happens kind of guy, and like, everything's gonna be okay kind of guy. He doesn't really, he has depth, but he doesn't present it all the time, but you respect him for it. You think like, a man has so much depth, but he lives so free and simply. And his whole goal is like, I want to become the Shaman King because I want to do what I want. You know what I mean? I want to be free to do what I want. So like, his goals are pretty cool. The way he uses his like way of life in his fights, like you see a lot of fights end in ways that I don't think you saw in a lot of series back then, where like, it's not always the strongest person that wins, but like the philosophy that overcomes the other philosophy, but in a magical kind of way. And it's so good, man. And what sucks the most about it is there was an anime when we were kids on Fox channel, Fox Box, and you know, it was good, it was fine, it was English dubbed, and they changed it a little, but like, the manga, it caught up with the manga, so it made an entirely different story like halfway through it.
Nah.
So like, you got that version, so like, you can take it or leave it. It's still a good show, but like, it's not the story. It's not the main story. So a couple years back, when Kodansha bought and re-released the manga, they remade the anime. They did a new anime, and I was fucking stoked for this anime, dude. I was like, what? And like, the trailer for it made the animation look really good, and I was just like, oh man, we're getting a proper like Shaman King anime. This is gonna be awesome. And dude, it came out, and it just,
no,
it was one of these ones that like, and they do this sometimes, but like, not to this degree, where like, the first episode was animated really well. They put their whole budget into that first fucking episode. And then just like, like the art looks nice. It's like, it's nicely drawn, but when you're not utilizing animation, this is where like the direction for this series was just like, take the comic, put it on the fucking TV, and they can watch it.
Yeah.
And it's not even like, take the comic in a good way, because like, the comic, even just a still drawn picture of like some of these things, looks way cooler than like how they animated this show.
Yeah, that's
it's just
tough.
Like, they didn't put a lot of work. And not only that, dude, but like, it's a 300 something chapter series. I think it's only got like 50 or 60 episodes. So they like rushed a bunch of it. And like, at first I thought they were doing the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood thing, where like, okay, this portion of the show already exists, so we'll just rush the first arc. And like, I was like, okay, they did that with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and it's still fucking the best series ever. So they could probably do that with Shaman King, but then it got past that part, and it never slowed down. And like, it got to the point where I would be watching it regularly and just be like, I don't want somebody to experience this great series this way, like, at all. Because it's just so, it just doesn't do it any good. And like, it's like, the animation, the fights, they're not fun to watch because there's just no fluidity. There's like some scenes that I go back on every once in a while and look at, but like, the fact that I have to dig for something like that,
but you, on a series that you
like,
love,
on the series that I love, that they seem to have made this huge deal that it was coming back, but then like, didn't give it money, didn't give it. There are so many good animation studios, dude, right now. So many that could have done any better. So it's just like, that sucks dick. And throw on top of like, it's got a dub, which like they got a lot of the original cast back for, which was really cool. But it was also like they got people working on it that also weren't caring. Like there's so many like inconsistencies with the script. They call this one character who's a girl a boy just in one episode multiple times, and it's just like, you didn't fucking catch that.
Like, you didn't have a review edited. Like,
good God, man! Like, it's just like, come on, why are you doing this?
It does make you question, like, series? Just take this comic that everybody loves and put it into motion.
Yeah. And it's apparently very popular in Japan. I mean, they've brought it back multiple times. It's sequel series, Shaman King Flowers. I love it, but it's like, it only goes so many volumes, and then that magazine got canceled, so they picked it up so it's got a sequel called Shaman King the Superstar, which is really just the continuation of that flower story, but it's just like, what dog shit luck. And because they made the new anime, I guess they made enough money off it, they're like, we can do Shaman King Flowers anime. So they did a season of that, and it's a little better animated. I sort of watched it, but like, Shaman King Flowers doesn't end, dude. It just stops because it got canceled. But that's where they ended the season, and there's no news on any more coming. But get this, okay? As the original series was coming out, the dub was consistently coming out just a couple weeks, like, or 12-week period of time in between. They released Shaman King Flowers on Netflix in April of 2024. To this day, there is no English dub. They English dub fucking everything, dude. What the fuck does that even mean? I'll tell you what. One, it means nobody watched it. Like, Netflix got the right for it, and we're like, nobody's watching it. But I'm also like, I don't want people to watch it because it ruins, like, it ruins it. It ruins it. It makes so many like great moments sound.
That's horrifying when there's something that you love and you're like, this is good. They just can't.
In the way that,
and you're like, this could be popular for the masses, but they just can't execute it. But I obviously feel that way about Wheel of Time, right? Where it's like, these books are so excellent. How is this show so bad?
Yeah. Yeah. And like, that's the thing most people will see. Like, Shaman King on Netflix pops up. I'm sure some people watched the first couple episodes, and then we were just like, I don't know, man.
Again, like, same thing with Wheel of Time is, Amazon threw this big budget at it and promoted the hell out of it, but it's so bad. So now people's impression of Wheel of Time is that it's garbage. And it'll take another 25 years for that to get out of people's mouths where they can try it again, Well,
here's the good thing with that situation. It's kind of, I don't know. I think people that didn't know the books actually liked the Wheel of Time
Not enough for them to keep it going, I guess.
Not enough for them to keep it going, but like, I don't think they'd know the difference. Most people that think that show sucks are those of us that have read the book.
Yeah.
So at least it like looked
good. I'm sorry about the Shaman King. That
doesn't look good, doesn't. But what I'm saying is, if anybody wants to like enjoy this fun little manga, especially for the time that it came out, and just like artistically, when you watch this guy just evolve with his artwork throughout, to the point like where like I just bought the latest volume of Shaman King the Superstar, and it's just like ridiculous how like crazy this guy's art has just progressed through time. It's nuts.
That rocks.
It was always good. He did a series with Stan Lee at one point in time. I remember they like teamed up.
That rocks. I'll get our assistant to reach out for an interview. We'll see what we can make happen.
Yeah. Also get a translator because he's Japanese.
I've got that. No worry. I'll get the assistant to reach out for a translator as well.
Hiroki Takai, I think is his name. I should know.
Hiroki, when you listen to this episode, inevitably, we would love to have you on.
Yeah, this is a big, like, and like I said, this was the first, like, Japanese anime was always going to come into my life, whether I watched Shaman King or not, but like, it was the thing that like, got me into that realm. Yeah. And I do recommend anybody out there, though, the one good thing about the original anime is that Fox Kids theme song is pretty fucking good. And I think unanimously people, no matter how they feel about any of the animes, they're like, yeah, that fucking theme song rocked.
Yeah.
So yeah, go schools. I probably didn't do a really great job of explaining the series in general.
No, but you can tell you love it, and I mean, what matters most is you can tell how much you love it, and it is just like horrifying when they just can't,
just
translate
cannot do it. Yeah, and it's like I feel like if you get two times, that's probably it.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Hey.
Whereas then you see a series like Rurouni Kenshin, and I think twice, because they're doing a new version of it now that's been coming out, and the original one is beloved and really good. So it's like you got a series from like the same time frame, just getting great coverage twice, and then Shaman King gets no good coverage.
So
twice.
Unfortunate. I know this is why though that like you have to read and such, because you have to get the original source material. You know, like how many great books do you think, you know, non-fantasy books that like they've tried to make into movies, and it's just like you have to get the right director. Everything has to line up. It's really where I find it so interesting when
lightning in a bottle.
It's why Lord of the Rings to me is the most impressive filmmaking of all time, because they just did it. You know, they did it. They filled in all the holes where they needed to, and they
had
just
all the right people.
They had all the right people. They just did everything perfectly, and I don't think it's easy to do. You know, I don't think it's easy to translate books into film all the time. You know, and when they do it, they deserve credit for it. So, yeah. Okay.
Agreed.
Hey, let's take a tea. I am sorry I seem distracted because my cats are like up my ass and they were beating on my door. So let me pee. Let me put my cats away into their bedroom, because my cats have a fucking 1-bedroom apartment in my house. And let's gear up to talk some horror. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
I'm sorry about the Shaman King. That's brutal.
It's, you know, it's been years now since the anime ended. I'm brutal. Over it. It sucks. It sucks.
So brutal.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Ooh.
All right, dickheads. Come on. Okay, listen, we've been a little negative tonight, and that's okay. But in spirit of Halloween, it's October 1st as of date of recording, not date of release. I come to Chase, I say, listen, we've got to talk a little spooky season stuff. And we think, what do we want to talk about? Let's talk about not necessarily our top 3 favorite spooky season, Halloween, horror, scary movies, but just, let's pick 3 that we love and want to talk about. Okay? So that's what we did. So we're going to be positive. I'm not going to be mean about anything. And you go first. Give me one. We'll go back and forth, 1 for 1.
I think we both said earlier we have honorable mentions, so I would like to start with my
quick honorable mention, my friend.
Quick honorable mention. This one is the one, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It was the first remake of them, so like the early 2000s one. Jessica Biel is in it from Seventh Heaven. This movie I saw on Easter Sunday when I want to say in the 5th grade. I was a kid, and it not only scared the ever living fuck out of me, it traumatized and changed me as a person. I couldn't be alone. Like, I think that's when anxiety started really becoming a problem in my life, because like I remember, like, if I was alone in my house at any time, which happened, I would start to get pretty freaked the fuck out and thinking of like scenes from that movie that just were for this one on for probably like a year or so, where I was just like afraid, like I would have thoughts about that movie. There's a scene where a guy like bends over to grab like a necklace or something, and that's like the first kill. Like he just comes out. It's so fast. He just walks in frame, fucking kills this guy, drags him away. So anytime I'm ever like turning the bathtub on, I'm like, I'm fucking terrified, man. Like, this movie fucked me up for a long time. About 10 years ago, I went back and watched it again. Turned out it wasn't really all that scary.
Yeah,
but
as most of the old ones aren't. For an
10-year-old kid, it traumatized me. That's the only way I can put it. Like, I'm good now, but like that sat with me for a really long time.
And
I remember my dad scared the fuck out of me, like during it.
Yeah.
Happy fucking Easter. That was.
I do have to preface with this. Most things I talk about, I'm like, listen, I will debate you till the ends of the earth. I'm very confident that I'm right. Horror is not my genre. It's Tori's genre that she has introduced me to.
As well.
And I'm very grateful, because I think she likes good horror movies. Okay?
Yes.
Because this is again my preference. Like, my college roommate loves horror movies, and I don't like the kind he likes. He likes slasher, gory, over-the-top, ridiculous movies. That's not what I'm into. Okay, prefacing that. Now, my honorable mention, and only here because I have to tell a fact about my life that's fun. Silence of the Lambs. Very big, right? Okay, very big movie. Here's your fun fact.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact. That well scene that's very, very, very famous was filmed in my 7th grade English teacher's house. In her well, in her house, which is so...
Dude, is Silence of the Lamb your honorable mention?
Is that one of your movies?
Yes.
So I just need to point that out. It won't be my honorable mention. I just have to point out how crazy that is, that this was filmed in Mrs. Lloyd's basement. And,
that's wild. We might as well start with this one, because since we both kind of have it.
Isn't that amazing, though? So, and...
that was one of mine.
This isn't like a tall tale. It's like, was in the newspapers and stuff. And... like, her payment for it, you think she, like, nowadays, if they made a movie and they used your house, you're gonna get, like, $1 million. She just got a new kitchen for them using, for, like...
hey, man, at that point in time, a new kitchen was like, oh,
that's sick, right? But, man, but what a gigantic movie. And also, let me say this. In middle school, I was a bad kid. So whatever your version of that is in your mind, is like, that's a bad kid. That was me at middle school. Very, very bad. And, like, not in Mrs. Lloyd's class, dude, because she literally could put you in a well in her basement if she wanted to. You know what I mean? I saw it on the fucking TV. She could do that to you. So, amazing. Amazing that existed.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a fun little fact.
That is a fun little fact, dude. It's a great fucking movie. That's why, like, I had to really think about mine, and I even, like, looked at lists of, like, I was like, show me horror movies. I just need to remind, because they're not my genre either, man. I don't really care for them. I don't think any of them are particularly all that good.
Oh, so, see, I'm going to give you 3 that I think are good tonight. That's my goal.
We at least agree on this one, though, because this was one of my 3. I think that, I mean, it's a classic for a reason. It's probably a cliche to pick, and I almost felt bad picking it until you just brought it up now, and I was like, no, this solidifies it. It's a great movie. It's horrifying. Once again, direction, the people that worked on it, everything they're doing in that, I
know.
They're nailing it. It's scary, it's freaky, it sits with you, but not in the way a Texas Chainsaw Massacre sits with you.
Yeah. Anthony Hopkins is great.
The performances.
Yep.
Oh
Jodie
my
Foster,
God,
very famous.
I mean,
it's a good movie.
That's the thing. When it comes to horror movies, in my particular taste with them, I need them to be either action focused or like plot amazing.
So that's
plot amazing. Yeah. And the action is I don't know how to describe it. It's not action like you think action. It's just like you're just on the edge of your seat watching it.
Right. And that's an important thing for me too. Like I said, I'm not like gory, jump scary. Like, cause when I was a kid or like getting older, it was like Paranormal Activity, stuff like that. It's just not for me, because I just think that these movies, like, I need a plot. And I think that these movies don't have that. Like, oh, we think we're haunted. Oh, we are haunted. Ah! Like, it just doesn't do it for me. And I'm not shaming people that it is.
No,
but again, I'm so lucky because Tori likes, to me, like, good plot-driven movies that, now,
well, the good thing with her is she'll watch any of it. She prefers the really good ones, but
and
like,
she'll watch it. Where she's good is she won't ask me to watch stuff that she doesn't think I'll like. So all of these horror movies that I have really enjoyed are because of this. Now, the first one she ever showed me, where she earned my trust, because we start dating and I'm like, listen, that's cute. You like horror movies and I'll watch them, but I don't like them. Okay. And she's like, listen, I've got one that you're going to like. And so all 3 of mine are all more modern. Okay. I'm sure she's talking to you about this as well. I've probably talked to you about it. The Taking of Deborah Logan.
Dude,
I love this movie. I love this movie. This is the movie that she showed me, and I told her, I said, I will watch horror movies that you suggested me because this movie was so damn good. It is so unbelievably good. The premise, just quick. And again, all these movies, I haven't watched a lot of them in years. So just quick premise is that it's a found footage, film where these, these students are going to make a documentary about an elderly woman who has Alzheimer's, and so the whole beginning of the movie is they're just making this documentary about this woman who has Alzheimer's, and she just is acting kind of weird. That is pretty typical with Alzheimer's, and slowly it devolves into like supernatural occurrences, right? And it is so good. It is legitimately scary, genuinely terrifying. I haven't seen it in probably 4 years, and there are still scenes like seared into my retinas that like scared me. It is really good, tense. I like tension. Tension is what I find scary, not like these garbage Conjuring movies. Again, people love them, not me. That's okay. But like the tension buildup is what I like, and just like slowly freaking me out a little bit. Fantastic movie. I love it so much.
You know what's kind of funny about that is in a weird way, a weird like coinky dinky sort of situation. The last time I watched The Taking of Deborah Logan was during the same time the last time I watched The Silence of the Lambs.
That's funny.
And both of them were watched on a trip to Georgia for spring break with a bunch of our friends. And Tori had us watch The Taking of Deborah Logan, I remember. I think that was the first and only time I've ever seen it, because we watched a lot of scary movies that week.
It's horrifying.
Yeah, I remember liking it a lot. I remember it has kind of a, if I remember correctly, it has a very abrupt ending.
I don't, again, it's been 4 years since I've seen it, but I do remember it is abrupt, and again, I'm not going to tell you it's perfect. It's one I wanted to talk about, something that's a little bit more off the beaten path, that is just, man, I love it. I can't recommend enough as like something that maybe a lot of people haven't seen. Yeah, you got to check that one out. That is solid. It is a really good movie.
Especially when it comes to the found footage
genre.
It's not always promising.
I usually hate it, and this is just so good. I do love it. I might watch it again this month. It's been a long time.
I'm telling you what, man. This was such a cool concept that I was like, dang, I wish we would have had more time, because I would have rewatched Silence of the Lambs. I would have rewatched my other two movies probably.
Can you believe that was filmed in my English teacher's basement?
That's fucking nuts.
Isn't that nuts, cool. Man? That and I like asked my family of like, hey, I need this. Sounds like bullshit. And they're like, absolutely not. That definitely happened. It's crazy.
It was Buffalo Bill, not fucking Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Bill.
Yep, crazy. Don't dox me. Okay, go on.
Yeah.
What's your next one? Great movie.
Let's follow.
Heavy recommendation.
Yeah, it's been a decade and change since I've seen it, and I still remember being like, you brought it up just there, and I was like, that movie.
So I wanted to go with some different themes here. That movie is not extremely unique, right? It's found footage. It's not like something you really haven't seen before. I just think it's done really well, done right, exciting, and keeps you on the edge of your seat your whole time. You will love it. Next.
Yeah. To stick with, I guess, the found footage thing, this was the one I kind of brought up a little bit earlier by saying a monster movie, but I've always been a sucker. Like, I think it just came out at the right time in my life. Yeah. I am a big fan of Cloverfield, dude. I thought that first that was one of the first found footage movies that I really, there was only a couple back then, but that was one that just like, I remember seeing, trailers for it. I remember the marketing for this was so weird, because like you didn't even know it was a monster movie for the longest time. Yeah. And then it like got to that point. So like they saw, especially a 14-year-old young curly-headed autistic boy such as myself, I was all over. YouTube was new and there were no ads. You could just watch trailers for this shit over and over.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to see this movie. I'm a kaiju kid for life, you know what I mean? Like, so now America's making its own kaiju movie. Like, I gotta check this shit out. And I went to see it, and I'll tell you what, it wasn't entirely the movie I expected it to be, but it's one of those situations for like the better. Like, I still really enjoyed it. I think Cloverfield is a really well done found footage monster flick.
I don't know that I've ever seen the full movie.
Wow. You should watch it, man. You should watch it. If you can get past like the dizziness of like following the Yeah. You only even see the full monster at the end of the fucking movie.
That is when monster movies are done correctly, in my opinion. That's how they used to be.
I think you're probably right. But man, do I wish if we could have seen more of this fucking monster later on.
Yeah.
I think they did a good job of the trope of you don't see the full. I mean, you
Right,
get
that's what they're
pieces
going
of it, you
for,
get
is the old
parts
school.
of
But
it.
that's also what low budget films are, even though I don't think that movie's a super low budget film, but that's what they used to do.
I can't imagine, yeah. Like it's like
I think it had some money, but
it had some money for sure.
Yeah.
But it's one I haven't watched in a long time. I remember seeing it in theaters. I saw it with a couple of my friends. We enjoyed the fuck out of it. We laughed. We're action packed. And it's not long. It's like an hour and a half. It doesn't overstay its welcome. You honestly want more. And it's freaky. There's visuals that are freaky. There's effects that are freaky. There's
attention to it. I remember
people are just having a night. Like they're just having a nice night, and the fucking armada of giant alien monsters comes down on New York City, and it's just like how fear could feel. Like I don't know. I appreciate it. I really do.
Yeah, it's one that I would like to go back and watch. It's been a long time.
Yeah, they've made sequels that don't really tie in or sort of tie in. I always thought like I remember when it came out, they were like, "This is our monster. Like we're gonna make movies based on this monster." And if you would have told me back then that was never really gonna happen in your life, I would have been so upset.
Yeah,
but, like I always wanted more, but never really got it. But I respect the movie that I did get.
Nice. All right, let me hit you another one.
T.J. Miller.
Yeah, I know. I do know that he's in it. Which
Lizzie
is funny.
Kaplan, couple big
from
names
Mean Girls.
too.
From Mean Girls.
In Clover, she fucking dies. Spoiler.
Okay.
Pops.
Talk about a very low budget movie. Was released in theaters. That blew me away, dude. Edge of my seat the whole time. Loved it. Late Night with the Devil. You ever hear of this one?
I think I have actually.
Dude,
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
Good, man. It was so good. This came out a couple years ago. Independent.
I was gonna say it's relatively new.
Yes, my movies are mostly new. A couple years ago, Late Night with the Devil. Premise quickly is that this guy hosts a radio show in the 70s, and the whole film is shot like it's in the 70s. Like all of the film has that old feel to it, so just right off the bat, like, the filming of it's like beautiful. It's really neat, really interesting. It sucked me in right away. And what they did really good. So the premise is that this guy hosts a late night show that's competing with Johnny Carson. And they did so well. It feels like I'm watching a late night show from the 70s. You know, like when I was a kid, we used to watch like reruns of old stuff like this. And it felt like watching that. It really did. And it starts out like very slow, and it's Halloween night, and he is offering money, this guy, to, I think that's what it is, or like a reward if anybody can prove that the supernatural exists. And they bring on this little girl who is possessed, and this guy who's like her handler, essentially. And it builds from there on what happens. Dude, it is shot so well. It's beautiful. It's tense. It's freaky. It's scary. It's really scary at points for me. And again, like the jumping stuff doesn't scare me. Like freaky normal stuff that can happen. Like this girl being possessed. Man, is it a good movie. I can't recommend this one enough. That like, if you like movies, just like love seeing how they're shot, love the feel of it, this is a movie where the people clearly loved making it, in my opinion. It is beautiful. The story's great. It's exciting. I loved this movie so much, man. I loved it.
You have sold me. I'm going to try to
love that movie. I love it. Now, listen, is it, again,
spooky season.
I have to say again, it's a horror movie, okay? Like, it's the same thing like Weapons. It's not going to be like the greatest piece of cinema you've ever seen, but it's a good story, man. And it's like, and it just like, I just know, again, I only saw it the one time in theaters, and I just loved it. I really, really was into it. I was really excited watching it. So I really recommend that one too, as one that maybe people haven't seen, but I don't know. It's good. And it's highly rated. It's critically acclaimed. It's a good movie.
It sounds. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I really think I might check it out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch it again this month too. I freaking love it.
It's a good month for it. It's a good month for it, man. I know. Spooky season.
All right, one more each.
Not my number one, and it might even be my number one of like all time, probably. And it's one that's kind of new-ish in my life, but it's not a new movie. I reviewed it 2 Halloween specials ago. The night I saw it, I think for the first time, like fully. It's the original Fright Night. It's the 1980s Fright Night movie.
Wow.
I truly just enjoy everything about this movie. And here's the thing. I had seen the 2011 remake when it came out in theaters, and I enjoyed that movie. It's fine. It's it's something to go see with your friends when you're 19 years old. But watching the original one, I just fucking love everything that this movie does and is about. Like, it's the classic "My Neighbor's a Vampire" story, and it's like the first time it was probably ever done, and it's just a rad time. I mean, this movie is it's not scary in the way that it like freaks you out. There's just things happening that are just like, nah, like you get emotionally invested in them. The music, it's that 80s, it's very rock heavy. Like anything vampire related has this like fucking 80s metal kind of shredding going on in it. The story is, I think for its time, was very unique with everything that happens in it. I love this movie. I love this movie so much, and it's funny because like I feel the same way about this movie as I do Sinners, is where I want to watch both of them around Halloween time every year. They both, to me, Sinners.
Do you like Sinners that much?
Sinners was one that like the more I thought about it, the more I like connected it with Fright Night. I was just like, because I liked it right out the gate, but as it sat with me, and the more I thought about it, I was just like, this is a movie like Fright Night, where it's just like, it's horror, but done with action and emotion and music and pieces of their time, like where Sinners is trying to be like that 50s style look. I think I got that right. It could be a different age. I don't remember
a little
exactly.
bit earlier, but that's okay.
But the 80s style of the original Fright Night too is just,
yeah, it rocks.
I love it. I love the makeup, those practical effects. It's just,
they had to really work for it back then. They had to work for horror movies.
Yes,
it was different.
And like I'm telling you, I saw this for the full way through. Like actually sat and watched it 2 years ago, dude, and it's like swept my, like, I'm like, what was I doing not knowing this movie before this? Because this movie rocks. And I like the remake. The remake is fine, but this one's just like, oh man, there's so many things that happen that you just like, you're so invested.
I've never seen it.
In it. Check it out, man. It's a fun time.
Okay.
What is that noise?
Me? On my side or your side?
I don't know. I just keep hearing like a
oh,
yeah, that. Oh, okay. That's your chair. Okay.
No. I think it's my.
It's your zipper.
It's my. Is it?
Oh, that's definitely it.
Okay, sorry. I can unzip that a little bit. I'll
You're
give the people a show. Sorry.
It's just like, whoa.
Very sorry.
That is my.
You should have said something.
I just really only started noticing it.
Sorry, this is the problem with having this issue.
We'll see what happens when I'm editing tomorrow.
I'm sorry, dude. I didn't realize it was happening. I apologize. All right.
All right.
Let me get into a.
You're not talking during that, so it's very easy to fix.
Like just cut my ass out. I'm gonna get into
what I do anyway.
So
let's do it, man. You're number one.
And again, mine aren't in like an order. I just picked 3 movies that I thought were unique that I loved. Mm-hmm. I listened to an interview with these guys. This is what made me check out their movie. Okay, these guys started as YouTubers in Australia. Okay, Danny and Michael Filippo, I think is how you say their name. They started as YouTubers. Okay, in Australia, making YouTube videos, kind of build up. And they're writing movies apparently the whole time, trying to think of something. They want to make movies. Dude, they made this movie called Talk to Me. Have you ever heard of this?
I don't know. I'm going to look it up right now.
Dude, it is really good. It is a really good movie, man. And like the budget was like, less than $5 million, and it made $100 million. Like one of these. Yeah. And the plot generally speaking, is that these like young kids, 17, 18-year-old kids have a house.
These guys, the Raka. Dude, I used to watch their YouTube videos all the time back in the day. They're funny as fuck.
They made an excellent horror film.
What? An excellent horror film.
Well, okay.
Dude, they are funny as hell. It is a very... Have you watched them?
I've never watched their YouTube. I just listened to an interview with them and I loved it.
Dude, I have some.
And they made this movie that's
funny as
listen.
Fuck.
Is it like a perfect movie? I won't say that. Is it a? Here's what I look for in horror. Yeah. Unique. That is what I want. Late Night with the Devil. That's unique to me. Okay, this movie Talk to Me is it's freaking unique. It's very unique. The premise is that these kids,
I fucking bet.
These kids, 17, 18-year-olds, they go over to somebody's house, they're having a party, and they have like this mummified hand, like this embalmed hand at this house, and they claim that you can use the hand to talk to like deceased person's spirits, okay? By like holding the hand and saying, "Talk to me," and saying, "I let you in." And a spirit possesses them to talk to a deceased person, but you can only hold the possession for 90 seconds or something bad'll happen. Man, what a unique film this was. It is really, really good. And this is the first movie they ever made. Less than $5 million budget, made $100 million. A24 bought it after a little bit and started distributing it. Yeah. Man, is it a good movie. And Tori and I both
I have to check that out, man. It's unique. I fucking love those guys. Tori knows those guys. Tell Tori they have a Nerf gun battle video and she'll be like, shut the fuck up.
So they released, and it's really criminal that I haven't watched it yet, but they released another movie this year called Bring Her Back. Dude, no, these guys are a big deal.
Happy for these guys.
Oh, these guys are a big deal. They're getting money, buddy. That first movie is incredible. Now,
some of their YouTube videos had a budget.
This movie that just came out only made $40 million with a $15 million budget. I don't know. I haven't watched it, but man, Talk to Me is really good. It's unique, and it's something people might not have heard of. I don't know. I loved it, man. It's a good film. I want to watch it again, actually. I might watch it again after this. I haven't seen it in a long time.
I have to check this out now. I feel like people that were so influential in my life in a period of my life.
I didn't know you watched them. That's funny.
I used to watch them all the time. I just kind of fell off of them. They have some funny fucking videos, dude. I wish I could watch some with you. I wanted to see like your live reaction to like some of their videos, man. They are funny.
It says it's on HBO Max. Again, I haven't watched it.
Their YouTube show?
No, bro. The movie. Oh. Come on, brother.
It's like, shut up.
Dude, but I'm telling you, and I was so impressed that, like, this is their first movie. They didn't have that much money. It is on HBO. First movie, didn't have that much money. And and again, I don't claim, I just hit it again, sorry. I don't claim to be an expert on horror or anything horror movie related. I just look for a good story where guys came up with a unique idea that isn't just jump scaring me, that is really freaky, and that's this movie, man. I mean, these guys made a good movie.
You've just slapped me with two movies that I think I'm gonna check out.
I highly recommend. And again, they're very different, right? Like they're very different movies, but I think they're both really fun. And yeah. Second honorable mention. I love Midsommar. But that's another A24 movie. I think is really good. I love This Is Cheating, The Haunting of Hill House. Everybody has seen it. If you've watched anything horror, you've seen it because it's the best horror show ever made. That's all for me.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah. I wonder if this Bring Her Back movie is on any streaming. If I watched this without Tori, he'd kill me. But yeah.
Well, you better not do that because I need you alive.
For what, dude? What do you need me for?
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Anyway, check those both out, man. Guy.
I absolutely will. These are great recommendations. I recommend checking out the Raka's Nerf video. And then I think there's one that's called like Beating Up Kids or Fighting Children or something like that, where they just kick the shit out of these kids, and it's fucking hilarious.
I completely forgot that this movie was coming out this year. What's the Rotten Tomatoes on it?
89.
No, on Bring Her Back? Damn. I follow the popcorn meter more so.
Yeah, that's 79. The critic. The 79.
That's fun though. I really like these guys, and I thought
that's still pretty good for horror.
That's great. That first movie was good enough that I'm like, I'll give it a chance. Whenever Tori is back from, working. What else?
So never.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. This was good. I like this.
I know, dude. I have good ideas every now and then. Yeah, Talk to Me only has an 83% popcorn, so pretty close.
It's all based on what you're trying to get out of it.
Yeah, so that's what I want to tell you is like, if you're in the mood for something really freaky, I think Talk to Me is scarier. Late Night with the Devil is just like it's really neat. I think it's well filmed. Yeah.
I think I might hit that one first.
But again, it's all that, like, what is so frustrating, and I'm trying to recreate this in my basement, is that, and of course, Tales All This Time, like, seeing movies in the theater is just undefeated, man. And I used to not feel that way. I can't get over, like, when I saw Sinners in theater, I loved it so much. And I just rewatched it at home, and it didn't do it for me the same way. And it's because the music just isn't hitting me the way I need it to. So, like with Late Night with the Devil, I saw that in theaters. Talk to Me, I watched at home. But, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I think the only one of mine that I saw in theaters was Cloverfield.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see Silence of the Lamb in theaters. I was
alive?
A little boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was alive, but I was a kid.
Yeah, I was not.
I think at least. I feel.
I gotta check out this Bring Her Back movie. I kind of want to watch it tonight. Can't, but.
Oh, you know what, dude? I was not alive.
It came out in 91?
91, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it came out after that.
Not alive, bud. Anyway. All right.
Cool. Hey, that's our first episode of the spooky season, and I think it went rather well. Rather fucking well, man.
Let us know if you've seen any of those films. If you're a fan, let us know if you watch anything based on our recommendation.
Tell us
and
things
how you
to
felt
watch
about
this
it.
spooky season.
Tell us things to watch. I love that idea.
Damn near anything. If
Tell me if you liked the movies. Tell me if you hated the movies. Tell me if you feel nothing about the movies. Because I have a boring job, and every time someone comments, it brings me joy.
It does. He texts me.
Every time.
Or I text him. Whatever you
every time.
It's fun, and we like watching shit. And I'm super excited for the plans we have ahead. It's coming up this month. We still have an Alien and Aliens episode. We have Jake and I are going to be reading Empire of the Damned and be covering that.
Pokémon.
I don't know if we'll talk we'll figure something up for the Legends ZA. Maybe we can sneak in a little Halloween something, because that episode comes out literally on Halloween.
Yeah.
But yeah, things to look forward to. Spooky October season.
Yes, sir. And as always, people, I request that you support these local folks trying to do hard work. Chase works very hard on this. He does all of the editing, all the production. Please support us in any way possible. It would cost $0.
That's why it's so shitty.
The liking, the subscribing, the commenting. We love to talk to people about this. We need the comments. It makes us very happy. Please do keep supporting us. We appreciate it. We're doing a little bit better every episode. We're doing a little bit better. It's really exciting. And we spend a lot of time talking about how to make the show better and what we can talk about and what people might like. So let us know how we're doing. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we sure do.
Sure do.
All right. Well, with all that said, shitters, good night. Sleep tight. Do not let the shit bugs bite. And happy Spooktober.
Be well, folks.
Let's do this shit. Take care.